Good evening, groovy.
Book update failed.
Thank you. Good evening, groovy citizens, and happy satisfying Saturday to each and every one of you. As you can hear and see, both here as well as outside my windows here, it is pouring down raining, y'all. Right now it's 53 degrees, but it feels like it's 20-something degrees outside. It is cold, so I had to run quickly from the house to get into the car, which, by the way, y'all, I am wearing my Jurassic Park t-shirt today. So, y'all, let me give you some updates before I jump into today's topic. Like I said, it's pouring down raining. It's been a little chilly all day. I just got home, literally just got home and changed clothes. We had our annual women's tea at my church, which was absolutely beautiful. So I had my pink dress, my little fascinator. For those of you that have no idea what that is, it's where, you know how women wear the headband with the little hat piece situation on top of it? Yeah, I had a black one of those with my pink dress, my black shoes. You couldn't tell me I wasn't looking cute. And so everything was phenomenal. My sister and her team did all the decorations, provided the food, everything. Like I said, it was just absolutely phenomenal. So as always, we outdid ourselves. And prior to going to the tea, I had 2 seizures, okay? And I think it's because, to be quite honest with you, my blood sugar level had dropped a little bit because I ain't gonna lie, I was hungry. I had not eaten breakfast. So as I was getting ready to heat up, because I knew I was going to eat at the tea, I said, well, let me just eat a piece of pizza from last night. And I put it in the microwave, but then for some reason I was just standing there staring at the microwave trying to figure out, how do I get this thing to work? And as I told you all before, when you're getting ready to have a seizure, you can feel it coming on. Sometimes you can stop it, sometimes you can't. I am so thankful, God is good, that it didn't turn into a full-fledged seizure. So, like I said, after a few minutes, it passed, I was good. And then I laid down, took me a nap for about an hour and a half, got dressed, went on to my church. But as I was leaving out the house to come get into the car, I put my key in the door because I told y'all my key fob isn't working, and for some strange reason I couldn't think of how to open my door. And I thought, Lord, please don't do this to me. I've had a wonderful day. Please don't do this to me. So after a couple of deep breaths, I was able to get myself together, got in the car, drove to the church. We had a wonderful time, and we were about an hour and a half in, and for some reason I was sitting at the table and I started having that strange feeling again. And so, like I said, these were just very, very, very mild seizures. And remember I shared with you all, I think it was last week, week before last, that typically what brings on my seizures is when the left side of my brain is a little more overactive than the right side, and they're not syncing up. And I actually did have something on my mind earlier today, so... But after, other than that, y'all, God is good. When I tell you God is good, because I'm doing wonderful. I'm gonna finish up this video, and then I'm gonna go in the house. As this video is uploading, I'm gonna sit my behind down somewhere and just relax for the rest of the, well, I take that back. I do have a podcast to record, but that's always fun. That's never stressful. And then I'm just gonna relax for the rest of the evening, because I realize that throughout the week, I'm doing so much for so many people that I don't always make time for Michelle. So the rest of this weekend, I'm making time for me, okay? Now, let's jump into today's topic, which, by the way, you guys, I do want to apologize that I was not able to get my video done on yesterday. Y'all, please forgive me. Charge it to my head and not my heart. When I thought about it, it was already starting to get dark, so there was nothing I could do about it. So I said, well, you know what, Michelle? It is what it is. Things happen. Just get back on track tomorrow. And so here I am. Which, by the way, you guys, don't forget, the time changes tonight. So we're losing an hour. So time goes forward an hour. So please make sure, if you need to adjust your clocks in your car or your home, for our cell phones and iPads and computers, that should change automatically. But everything else, please make sure you adjust accordingly, okay? Now, let's jump into today's topic. Today's topic is how to handle disrespect with grace and confidence. When I saw that, I said, oh yeah, I can't wait. Let me say that again. How to handle disrespect with grace and confidence. And I will be sharing some Stoic principles with you. And I have 10 of them, by the way. So let's jump right on in. Number 1, understanding the source of disrespect. Y'all, this is so important. If you don't remember anything else I say today, I need you to remember that you have to understand the source of disrespect. So people do what they do because of their own reasons, not ours. We are all fighting our battles, and sometimes they spill over into our interactions with others. So, excuse me. So all I can say is that when people are being rude and disrespectful, 9 times out of 10, it has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with me, but it has everything to do with them. They have something going on in their lives, and they're taking it out on other people. Now, should they do that? Absolutely no. Absolutely not. And I'm the one that will call them on the carpet for it, because I get it. We all go through stuff. Like I said, I had a trying day today, but that doesn't give me a right to go out and be rude and disrespectful to other people. So as I said that, just be mindful of that, okay? And there are going to be, you might be doing well now, but there are going to be times when things don't kind of go as you want them to. But I want you to always remember that just because you're not having a good day, it doesn't give you a right to be rude and disrespectful to other people. Number 2, maintaining composure. Seneca once said, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. This quote invites us to consider how our mind can amplify emotions and turmoil. Oftentimes, it's not the external events, come on now, that disturb us the most, but our interpretations and thoughts about those events. So this is why we must stay in the present moment and find solace and composure where we are right now. You guys, this is so very important. Maintaining composure. And of course, everything I share with you will be in the description box. Number 3, the transformative power of active listening. Active listening can enrich our lives and relationships. Epictetus reminds us that we have 2 ears, come on somebody, and 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. Let me say that one more time. We have 2 ears, 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak. We must truly hear others and allow their words and emotions to shape our responses, okay? Now, let me tell you what I'm not saying. I'm not saying that when people say things that we should, how can I put this? So in other words, if somebody's being rude and nasty to you, I'm not saying listen to what they're saying so you can be rude and nasty to them, because all that does is makes the situation even worse, right? So when he says that we must truly hear others and allow their words and emotions to shape our responses, what that means is that if I hear you being rude and disrespectful, then I need to make sure that I'm coming at you in such a way that helps you to calm down and to really kind of, get yourself together. You ever hear this saying that tact is the ability to tell a person to go to hell and make them feel good about going? That's what I'm talking about. See, when somebody comes off being rude and disrespectful, you want to be able to come back in such a way that you let them know that their behavior is unacceptable, but you do it in a nice way. And chances are they'll stop and think about, you know what, she's right, he's right. Maybe I do need to fix that, okay? Number 4, respond, don't react. Can I say it again? Respond, don't react. There is a path towards calculated responses that can transform conflicts into opportunities for growth. Epictetus once said, no man is free who is not a master of himself. Come on, somebody. Y'all need to say that one more time. No man is free who is not a master of himself. So this reminds us that true freedom lies in our ability to control our reactions. And the sad reality is that far too often people are not able to control their reactions. And part of that, I believe, this is just me, but part of it, I believe, is that we oftentimes listen to respond. We're not listening to truly hear what that person is saying. One thing that I've learned to do over the years is that if you're talking, I'm listening because I'm really trying to hear what you're saying. I want to hear and understand how you're feeling, and so that I can make sure my response is a response that's going to help you feel better about wherever it is that you are. Case in point, remember I told you guys about the trash company that we had, and the guy, and now we got into it because he took my trash can, which is literally where I'm pointing right here in front of my driveway, and put it next door in front of my neighbor's house. And all my mom asked him was, which one was ours? And he got nasty. So that made me come outside to see what was going on. Because she asked a simple question. She wasn't rude. She wasn't nasty. But had I really been listening to him, I would have heard that his response really had nothing to do with my mom and what she asked. It had everything to do with how he was feeling and whatever it was that he was going through. But in that instance, I did not listen to react. No, I listened to react. I didn't listen to really hear what was going on with him, because if I had, I would have heard that he had some stuff going on inside, and I would have prayed with him instead of cussing him out. Okay, so that's why it's important that we make sure that we are really listening so that we can respond to people in such a way that it makes them feel a lot better. Number 5, choose your battles wisely. And we all have heard this one before. So we need to learn when to engage and when to let go in the face of disrespect. Seneca once said, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. These words remind us that our minds can magnify conflicts, making them appear larger and more significant than they truly are. Case in point, with the trash truck, he wasn't the driver, but the guy picking up the trash. If I had chosen my battle wisely, I wouldn't even have allowed him to have me engaging in that conversation the way that I did. But again, like I said, we all live and learn. And so now I choose my battles wisely, which is why sometimes somebody can say something or do something, and normally I would respond the way I respond, and I'm gonna leave it at that. But I choose my battles wisely, because I'm not going to allow myself to get all upset, worked up over something that's just really petty, and something that really has nothing to do with me anyway. It has everything to do with them. Okay. Number 6, maintain inner peace. Explore the art of preserving your inner calm, even when faced with disrespect, and find serenity. Seneca once said, the greatest blessings of mankind are within us and within our reach. Y'all, that's powerful. So maintain inner peace. I'm gonna tell you something. I have gotten to a place where all hell can be breaking loose around me, but that inner peace that I keep within myself, that I choose to keep within myself, allows me to be calm. And I've had people say, girl, how in the world are you so calm with all this going on? And you know what I say? I have inner peace. I'm not going to allow whatever's going on around me to have me acting out. I'm just not. Because what am I getting out of that? Absolutely nothing. And remember, I told you all the other day that somebody is always watching us. Somebody's always watching us to see how we respond to things, how we react to things, what we say, and what we do. So the key here is maintain inner peace. And if you maintain inner peace, honey, let me tell you something. Things won't bother you the way they used to. Number 7, Practice forgiveness. We let go of resentment and find peace in our hearts. Seneca wisely shared, anger, if not restrained, is frequently more hurtful to us, come on now, than the injury that provokes it. So in other words, harboring anger and resentment hurts us more than it does others. So by practicing forgiveness, we release ourselves from the chains of bitterness. And I've shared with you all before that there was a guy that I was dating, and I was so just, when I say hateful, and hate is a word, if you know me, and you know I do not like to use that word at all, but I truly hated this man. Do you understand what I'm saying? And long after we had broken up, I had moved on with my life, I still hated him. Just the mention of his name set me off. Until one day I said, Michelle, you have got to let that go. Because chances are he's not even thinking about you. He's not thinking about that relationship. And you're walking around harboring that in your heart and in your mind. Let it go. Forgive him, not for him, but for you. And so I did. I sat down. I said, all right, Lord, I'm coming to you as humbly as I know how. First of all, asking for forgiveness. Lord, forgive me for the way in which I have hated this man over the years. And I truly asked God to forgive me. And I just felt a sense of relief. Because I was walking around harboring that hatred all that time. And for what? He didn't know I hated him, okay? He didn't know I even felt that way. So all I'm saying is make sure that you practice forgiveness. And then release yourselves from the chains of bitterness. Because I don't know about you all, honey, but life is short. Life is too short to be walking around here being bitter. I don't have a bitter bone in my body towards anybody. And I've dealt with a lot over the years. But you know what? God is good. And he always gives me back more than what I've had. God has always opened up doors that I could not have even imagined. So I have no reason to be bitter. Number 8, cultivate resilience. Resilience is the compass that keeps us moving forward in life. Resilience is something we get better at through daily practice. We must be determined to persevere in the face of adversity. So cultivate resilience. Number 9, seek virtue, not validation. Your self-worth is not determined by the options of others. Can I say that again? Because somebody in the back of the room didn't hear that. Your self-worth is not determined by the opinions of others. Let me put a pause and put a pin right there. Remember I told you all before, other people's opinions of you is none of your business. Other people's opinions of me is none of my business, because people are going to think what they want to think anyway. You can do everything right. You can live your life in such a way that is both pleasing to you and to God and to your peers. And somebody somewhere is always going to find fault with it. So just remember that what other people think of you, it's none of your business. It really isn't. Because they're going to think what they want to think. Again, you can do everything right, and they're going to find something wrong with you. So Epictetus once said, seek not the good in external things. Seek it in yourself. Can I say that one more time? Seek not the good in external things. Seek it in yourself. So true fulfillment and contentment are not found in the approval of others. Okay? Always remember that. Your fulfillment and contentment is not found in the approval of other people. I mean, it's nice that people appreciate us and they care about us, they love us and all that other good things. But if they don't, so what? You appreciate you. You love on you. You care about you. You give yourself pats on the back. You clap for yourself. You tell yourself that you're awesome. Don't sit around waiting for other people to do it, because they may not. And last but not least, number 10, embrace impermanence. Marcus Aurelius once observed, all is, I can't read my writing. It's going to be in the description box, okay? Both what remembers and what is remembered. This reminds us that everything in life, from our experiences to our very existence, is fleeting, okay? Everything in life is fleeting. Things are here today and gone tomorrow, okay? By acknowledging this reality, we are able to find a deeper appreciation for each moment. John, and I'm probably messing up his last name, I believe it's pronounced Kabat-Zinn, the mindfulness expert, reminds us, he says, you can't stop the waves, but you can learn to surf. Come on, somebody. You can't stop the waves, but you can learn to surf. So we must learn to ride the waves of life with grace and resilience. Each moment, each experience adds a hue to the masterpiece of your life. So by fully embracing the transitory nature of life, we can savor every moment and find meaning in its impermanence. Essentially, this means we must make the most of the time that we have. And that's a great way to end. We must, what did I just say? We must make the most of the time that we have. Like I said, time is limited. And I don't know about you, but I'm not walking around here worrying about, okay, how much more time do I have? No, I'm not telling you to do that. But I am saying that we all come in this world knowing that one of these days God is going to call us home. So it is so important to value the time that you have. Use that time wisely. Do you know, I've met people who say, Michelle, you know, I have lived half my life doing ABC, XYZ, and I feel like I've missed out on so much. And I say, well, you know what? It's good that you acknowledge that. But now what I need you to do is forget about it, okay, and live for today. Start living today and enjoy the rest of your life. So if you're one of these people that loves to travel, make sure you write down some places that you want to go and visit, and then actually visit them. If there's a class that you want to take, a degree you want to get, whatever it is, I want to encourage you to live life to the fullest. Make the most of the time that we have. And when I say make the most, I'm talking, like I said, live your life to the fullest. Those things that you have always wanted to do, but you've kept putting off for one reason or another, now is the time to do it. Now is the time to get it done. You deserve it. You are worth it. And let me just say this, because I feel it in my spirit that somebody somewhere is saying, but Michelle, you don't know what I did. You don't know the things that I should have done, but I didn't do. And some of you all are having a hard time forgiving yourself. But can I just say this to you? God forgives you. And if you're not sure, just ask him. Say, Lord, I need you to forgive me. And then you fill in the blank with whatever that thing is. And then move on with your life. Stop allowing your past to keep you from being the awesome individual that I know that you can be. Okay? I know you have it in you. I truly do. Having said that, that is it. As I stated, everything that I shared with you will be in the description box. Make sure you really listen to this video, and please feel free to share it with someone that you think would be blessed by it. If you have not already subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button, tap that bell so you don't miss out on anything. Okay? My channel is all about motivating and encouraging you. I love it when people send me messages, when they send me text messages or phone calls, and they say, Michelle, you have no idea how much your videos are a blessing to me. You have no idea how I needed that word. It was a right on time word. Well, let me just share this with you and I'll let you be. I pray about the videos that I choose to share with people, because I'm asking God, Lord, what is it that your people are in need of? And I believe God always speaks to me through various means. I end up seeing something or reading something, and I'm like, oh, wow, you know what? I need to talk about that. I need to share that because somebody needs to hear it. Now, having said that, I'm going to let you all be. So like I said, I can go and get this video uploaded, and then I need to get my podcast recorded. And then I'm going to just exhale and make me another cup of tea and just relax for the rest of the evening. If you're new to watching my videos, I want to say welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. If this is not your first rodeo, I want to say welcome back. You know I miss you and I don't get a chance to see you. If you have to go out today, if you're in the DMV area, please be careful because like I said, it's raining. It's 53 degrees, but it's raining and it is quite cold outside. So to be quite honest with you, if you don't have anywhere to go, just sit back and relax. You know, find a good movie. I know I am, but find you a good movie and just sit back and relax. Okay, get yourself ready so y'all can go to church tomorrow, because I just know you're going to go and get a word in on tomorrow. Okay, because I know I will be in the house. Now, having said all of that, y'all know the drill, you know the spiel. I love you all to the moon and back. And when I say I love you, always know that I truly do. I love you from the bottom of my heart. I don't just use that word loosely because, like I said, to me, that's a powerful word. And when I say I love you, always know that I do. I love you. I want nothing but the best for you because I believe, you guys, that the best is truly yet to come. So, again, if you have to go out, please be careful. Have fun. Whatever it is you're going to do, have fun, but please be careful. Love you all to the moon and back, and there is nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing that you can do about it because it will never change. Love you. Talk again on Monday.